Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Now that I've changed things up, and I'm putting my spiel here with my face here instead of, just saying it's showtime and having my face appear, this feels a little less dramatic, but maybe more useful. Unless you don't like my face, in which I'll cry. A second. Press login. And there we are. I don't want to show all. Just want to see Runes of Aldor. There he is, old crossbowman. Because I'm an old cross man, old crossbowman. Right? Right. We're good. I have coffee. And I have you guys. What more could I ask for? That's right, I did call my shot and get the attack speed on that because I'm just too cool for school. Alright, we had finished with the graveyard. And now here we've got four things. We've got the crow bell, the ritual altar, the wild rune stones, and the dryadic ritual.
My tool is lighting up good and proper here.
His tool is lighting up.
See if you can find the source.
Please, insert your joke here. Yep. Okay.
Bloody bird!
Well, this is
Straight to it, or for another hunt. Oh, yeah.
Oh. This is not my favorite thing. As I don't think this gives out any actual sort of sufficiently good rewards. Hey! I do like that I can freeze them in midair, though. Ooh. Delwyn?
I see you don't hang about. Hope you're friendly. Aye, if you've an inch, we're running off of them.
Alright, I saw you go down. Not fooling anyone, you know. Hunter's cache. Hey. That had nothing in it, literally. Alright, now we're back over to here to see what we get. Bonus is in Exalt. Yay. Augs or transmutes? Probably Augs. Kaboom! Good evening to whomever has joined me. You are most welcome. Evening session. To see my shot, additional shot, bounced off of the chain, bounced off of the wall behind them.
This'll stop 'em.
That was the worst shot in history. Give me a sec. Just some coffee. After dinner coffee, you know. That's more badness than I was expecting. Thanks, guys. That one little bastard was chasing me seemed like forever. I was trying to shoot him, I just kept missing him, but managing to hit every single thing behind him. So, there were, like... Of all of the streamers I've followed, something like 40 of them are playing PoE right now. Also, 400,000 people in general playing PoE right now. I believe it is free to play for the weekend. Alright, we need to go through and get the waypoint. I've already ranted about how bad the design is for this crap.
I'm picking up another runestone nearby.
That's nice for you. I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright, we'll clear out around this. Checkpoint, good. Gosh, thanks. Yes, pull out your tool again, Pharaoh.
Another one, and the same result. The energy has moved on the bright side, it seems there's only one more signature left in the region.
Okay, that's in the next map. Or possibly the next to the next map. I don't remember if we have to go through. To get to Fraythorn, I think it is. We have to go there before we move on to Augur. Or not. Boom, boom. I think that's 3 out of the 4 things in that. Oh, God. No, 2 out of 4. We still got the Crow Bell and the Ritual Altar. Ritual Altars are always pretty much in the middle. And here we go into Fraythorn. Get the waypoint into that.
Better watch me step around here.
If we can.
Yeah. Stop them in their tracks.
Whoop! Oh, that's gonna hurt. What the hell? Jesus. I've mentioned a few times how stupid their system is for the maps. Realistically, I needed to find the waypoint. I had to fight through half of the map now. Well, okay, the map is huge. I had to fight through part of the map simply to get the fucking waypoint. The waypoint should be right there, and it should unlock as soon as you get to this side. It's just such a stupid design choice. Because if I go into another map, say, because we have 2 exits from this map, so I go to the other map, in 7 to 13 minutes, I believe, this map is refreshed. And you can't teleport to the checkpoints that you already have. You have to find them again. It is inexplicably bad design, and they won't change it. Alright, that is the final fighting arena for the Crow Bell. So that's about what we're going to find. Alright, big guy, let's go.
Guess we know what's been killing the cows. Freeze! Oh, should have done it now.
I'm still taking some damage from those shots.
This is bloody work.
of specialization. Two points. Put more in strength, and then we'll put the extra in dex. Not very interesting points, those last three, gotta say. All right, now we need to find one more map object. That's usually in the middle. My freeze is so strong, even gravity cannot stop it. Found something over there. Another level for me. Increased damage with two-handed weapons, which is, of course, what a crossbow is. That's the thing we're looking for.
What's all these then?
Got a checkpoint down there. Okay. Regardless, here we go.
So I get to follow the locusts.
Oh, I don't remember the locusts before to point you the direction to Freythorn. That's new, I think. I don't remember it for sure.
Well, this is ominous.
You think? Brainiac?
So, I was right to worry. He's still making his damned altars. And this one's something's wrong, please. Good luck, hero. But now, I'm gonna get while the getting's good.
Make sure. Yes, all of the things in this map are done. That's Ogham. We need to go to Freythorn, I think. Find the King in the Mists. Again, yet again, another map that's just too damn big. but they've made some foundational choices, a great many of which I think are bad, and they won't or can't change them. So, no, nope. Increased amount recovered. Currently, we've got charges per second. I think amount recovered is probably better. Movement speed. A little resist, some armor. Yes, please. That is a clean, clear upgrade. Let us make sure we refill our brand new goodie jars.
Sorry, I was just...
That one's good enough. I'm going to hold on to it. I don't expect I'm going to be playing an additional character this week, but I have made the decision in the past to do so, even when I didn't expect I was going to, so I will not say that that can't happen. Fire damage. Oh, we could add cold damage straight on additionally. I think we'd rather have the flat, though. Uncut skill gem, level 4. Let's do it quick. Support gem. Skill gem. Definitely permafrost bolts. That's our meat and potatoes, so to speak. Hey, Lone Star Wolf, welcome back. All right, we're off to Freythorn, where there's just the King in the Mists. A not fun fight. But then this entire map is not fun. It's too damn big. The mobs with chaos magic suck. Those guys, the purple guys that blow up when you shoot them sufficiently. Those purple orb things that they drop are very bad news. A tisket, a tasket. Wonder what's in the basket. And we still haven't found, like, any of the 3 places we need to find before we can fight the boss. This is what I was referring to when I said the maps are too goddamn big. By a lot. They just feel unfun and repetitive. Here's one. Oh, somebody threw something at me. Not appreciated, gotta tell you that. Alright, the first of the ritual altars.
Who is that?
That's the King in the Mist. You can't see that because of my handsome face. Let me move myself a little bit so you can see my life total, the fact that I've got energy shield, those things. Summon Finn. Hi, Finn.
I can't believe it. The whole bloody place has gone mad. Please, hero.
Oh, now I'm a hero. A minute ago I was just a dude, now I'm a hero. All right, 2. But I don't want to be gone. Why is he so mean? Okay, I think they've added this. Maybe it was there before and I just never saw it. But they'd added the trail of locusts to point you the way to Freythorn first, which you don't need. Well, I guess you actually do if you hadn't found it. It would be faster to have a pointer. But I'm still going to be running here forever. So the pointer is good, but the fact that they finally woke up to the fact that maybe that would be helpful to players was not great. Did I not finish that? I finished that one, didn't I? Oh, they're belonging to all of them. It's great. Another thing about this map that makes it particularly bad, along with its size, is the verticality has no real purpose other than to make it difficult to get around, and that's not fun. Again, we're back to my duality of frustration versus fun. It looks good, but it makes playing the game less fun. Because all it does is add frustration. Monsters do extra lightning. Oh, what is... Monsters do extra lightning. Lightning damage electrocutes and shocked ground trails. Oh, that's really does sound lovely to me. Lesser mind, lesser body, lesser vision. Here we go. Alright. Hog, support, body rune, wisdom. I love gold! That's another level for me, because I'm a good boy. 10% damage with increased damage with two-handed weapons. So we really want to go there. See this map. I just absolutely hate everything about this map. It's too goddamn big, by far. It is difficult to play in. I missed this one. I did miss this. It's difficult to play in because of the fake verticality, which isn't actually a thing. All it does is make playing in game space harder. It's way too big, as I said. You've got to find all of these things that are spread out, and the map always looks like this by the time you're done. Anywhere from this much completed to the whole thing completed, because you're just wandering around with no guideline. Alright, here we go again. And now we fight against the bossy dude. Who is also not fun for an entirely different reason. A game mechanic I hate in ARPGs, MMOs, but especially in a case like this one, when the mob has phases. You get him down to a certain amount of life, and he becomes invulnerable and gets all of his life back. Don't do that. If you want a phase fight, that's fine. Get us down here, this far, becomes invulnerable, and then he changes over, and you've still got this far to go. Don't put the life back at the front. It's a cheap trick, and it only works the first time. It gives you nothing after that. All right, bossy fight. And he's getting all that back. It's just such a cheap shit mechanic. Eat shit.
Oh, you bugger off! We got enough problems.
There, Finn.
So the cultists really did have a king lurking out there in the shadows. Shame. I might have followed him myself if he'd simply promised decent meals instead. Thank you, hero.
I'm a hero. We already have lightning. Let's get a cold one. Plus 30 to maximum spirit. And our first spirit gem. And this, I like to double check to be sure. It's Herald of Ice. What a shock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Herald of Ice. We now have Herald of Ice. If when it does, while active, shattering an enemy with a non-herald attack hit will cause an icy explosion that deals attack damage to surrounding enemies. 1.6 meter radius, 100% of explosion, physical damage converted to cold. Basically, we'll now be able to blast things better. Ogum. Well, I guess we're going to Ogum next, but before we do that, we need to go back to town. Oh, nobody's got saying I got the King of the Mist, and nobody's got anything nice to say to me. Like, oh, you're awesome. Okay, the odds that this rare crossbow is better than the one I'm using, pretty slim. And yet, slightly faster reload time, doing 80 damage, 40 average, as opposed to 35. As opposed to, 32. So that's got fizz, flat, cold. I think this one's probably still going to be better, but we will find out in a sec. Let's see. Gems, skill gems is what again? No, skill spam. G for gems, I guess. So right now, the permafrost bolts are doing 25.88. Not a lot of physical. Almost all of it's cold. But if we swap, we go from 25.88 to 26.41. Not much of a change. 0.64%. Second for use, that's 0.6, so that's a little bit faster firing. Bolt shattering cone length is the same. The new one is slightly more accurate. The chill magnitude is slightly higher on the new one. Freeze buildup 248.25, the same. Seems like the new one is very, very, very slightly better. Oh, that's the new one. But we can throw an Exalt at it and maybe get lucky with a prefix or a suffix, attack speed or flat cold damage. Flat cold would be particularly good. Flat cold, please. I called my shot twice in the league so far. I called for an int roll on a hat so I could use a support gem. Got it. And then I asked for attack speed on my old crossbow. So I'm going to ask for flat cold here. Okay. 3 for 3. Flat lightning. It's not bad. I mean, it is significantly a big chunk of damage, so that inherently makes it not bad. So a real quick check again to see. The permafrost bolts are doing 34.34, and previously were doing 25.88, so I'm getting extra damage. About 30% more damage. That'll be lightning instead of a little bit of extra cold, but that should be okay. Okay, let's see. This goes there. That goes there as well. These are items that are going to be destroyed for the crafting materials we can get out of them. As soon as we find
Yes.
what's-his-face's smithing tools. We're going to keep this just in case something goes wrong. Probably swap this for the one we currently have. Yes, I think so. Because this has some lightning resist, and then we can put the ice charm in, a sapphire charm.
Hello.
And
I like to
sell
hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye?
that. Ooh. Yes, that is an improvement. We will use our brand new healthy potion miss. Oh, and don't forget to go over and go to the well, because it's fun. We were told so by one of the devs. Maybe it's fun if you've had a recent head trauma. I have not. As best I can tell, but maybe I just can't remember. Uncut support. 2 supports for our Herald of Ice, I think, are called for. What do we want on our Herald of Ice, I hear you ask, in my head. Magnified area and elemental armament again. Magnified area and elemental. For Herald of Ice. Interesting, cold attunement is offered, but neither of the ones I was looking for. Fascinating. Magnified area and elemental armament. Magnified area and elemental armament. Magnified area, 35% increased area of effect. That does seem good. And 20% more elemental attack damage. Yeah. I will note that neither of those were offered as default options. The default options are not to be trusted. We are now off to Agam. Nope, not before. Good morning, afternoon, or evening to you as well, Fizbek. Welcome back. I tried to be inclusive with that stuff when I first started streaming. It was always my time. If you didn't like it, tough meanies. But now I realize I do have viewers in other time zones. Occasionally we get some in the Australia and New Zealand area, also in Europe.
Well then, the last one's got what's there to talk about?
All are welcome here, except people who are dickholes.
Easy, mate.
Dickholes
We're
are
on
not
the same side here, remember?
All right, Ogham Fields for Una. We're looking for Una's loot. The entrance to Ogham Village. The farmlands for runestones, and also the forge. First, no, I guess the tools are in the next map. Well, we can check. Why don't we check? We've got the runestones, Una's hut, the crop circle. The blacksmith chest is actually in Ogham Village there, but the others are in Ogham farmlands. This is an example, again, of where this is needless. That you might think the blacksmith chest was in this map, because it looks like it's closer to this map than this map. But it's not. It's down here. This should be, like, just move it over to here and move the three things around it. Although, frankly, this icon system is really crap. The map layout and imaging here are very confusing, especially for new players. They're just not bad. Australia, very nice. One of my old Latro kinmates or guildies is an occasional pop in here. Not been here in the last week or so, at least once, probably twice. He lives in Adelaide. It only leads to Exile. No, actually, it's too late. This is Path of Exile 2, so you're actually trying to get back. It's just the long way around. How you doing, Dark Machinist? Again, because it may be of interest to some, I believe this is a free weekend for PoE 2 for anyone who would want to play it. If you've ever tried PoE 1 and found it much too complicated, understandable, PoE 2 is much easier to understand, but more difficult to play because it's actually, you actually have to eventually show some degree of play skill. Excellent emote. Wherever did you get that? It's a fine emote. Oh, sorry. There. Oh, well, we found the runestones. I have to touch the runestones. All right, runestone, tell me, where did the lens touch you? Oh. Cool strimmer? Doubt it. Kind of looks like a dick. One little, two little, three little runestones. And here's Pharaoh. Here's Pharaoh.
That's it. The last one.
He calls that his tool. I don't usually hold my tool out over my head, although I can.
We've done it. The energies have all coalesced. The signature is far greater now.
Where's his signature coming from?
Wait, what? Is this like a new map? Somewhere in the Grellwood?
That's where it's leading us.
Back to the Grove we go.
Evidently back to the Grellwood we go. Does the horse know the way? To carry the... You know. Evidently we're going back to the Grellwood. I want to do that right now. Sure? Back to the Grellwood. Return to the Tree of Souls. It's a soul tree! That's an old guy TV reference. Speak to Pharaoh.
Look at this.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Thanks, Pharaoh.
The inscriptions on the tree roots match those on the runestones we found. Reminds me of what I've seen in the stars, more than what I've seen in the forge. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll look a right bloody fool.
Too late. You already look a right bloody fool. Bong. Ooh, okay, cool. Something new. We're off to the Lost Catacombs.
What kind of magic is this?
Best we go take a look.
Lost Catacombs. Here we come. Here we catacomb. Oh, it's a non-stop laugh riot. Right. Lost Catacombs. Tree of Soul reveals a hidden past. Okay, that sounded like something hocked up a lunger and spat it at me. Not a fan, by the way. Just gross. I mean, who does something like that? Got it. I tell you, you get a nice upgrade on your weapon. If you're playing one of the weapon classes, it's just a world of difference. Although this one's not much of an upgrade over the previous one. The previous one was a huge upgrade over the starter, so. It was huge! No, whoa, that's... the Runic Vault. Trying Druid Plant Oracle this league. Last league I did 3 builds last league. Last league I started with something that's actually a little bit similar to what Mathel has started with, which was Frost Wolf. That was good. I got very far in before I died. I didn't die often. It was a very good build. Then I tried this, which is the Frost Crossbow, and this was even better, which is why I'm back here for this. Then the third one I did was Djinns. The Djinn combo was very strong too. I have not tried Druid Plant. Watched a little of someone playing it a league ago. How's it going so far? For me, when I spent almost all of my money to get a ridiculously good crossbow upgrade at like, I don't know, level 6 or something, and I just started blasting some. Oh, Djinn combos. I'm a big fan of Bombay Sapphire, Djinn, or also Tanqueray Rangpur. And a G&T is a fabulous drink. Let's open the Runic Vault. Picked up that if you got a decent wand. Yeah, that is a little bit of a problem, I think, for the game, especially in the early game. If you get a good weapon, it becomes so much easier. Love both. Currently sipping a Beefeater G&T. Very nice. My dad was a martini gin because martinis are made with gin, not vodka. Sorry, Blonde. A martini, and then later on just straight gin drinker. I know basically nothing at all about what's going on here. I didn't pay much attention to. I did see, but did not pay much attention to all of the announcement stuff for the new league. So I basically have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, a G&T is just, there's a reason it took so long for the British Empire to fall. It's because G&Ts were delicious. And you give someone enough G&T, and suddenly being heroic is easy.
The mirror has taken us far beyond where our maps reached. The stars show.
Or further north, cannot stay here. Survivors continue to find their way to that ancient temple. Olroth has not yet found it. Must be a way to stop him when he does. Locals are not the ones we've met before. Communication will be difficult, but we must understand each other somehow. We'll offer the locals the ultimate gift. If our people cannot survive this continent, our legacy will.
Communication will be difficult, but we must understand each other somehow.
Well, we don't need
The locals have
that.
ultimate gift. If our people cannot survive this continent, our legacy will.
Oh, that's just rude. So I have no idea basically what's going on here. Just want to be clear about that. Oh, do we really need spikes off of your precipitous drops? I mean, OSHA is not going to approve of drops without railings. But drops with spikes are no better. So I don't even know what the lore is for this stuff. Oh, I got shocked. They shocked the monkey! Not to put too fine a point on it. Can I blow any of this up? Can I blow anything open? Is there any loot?
The survivors built this sanctuary with haste.
I've instructed my priest to track down Verisium to the celestial firmament. They are the only initiates. Not a single one of my disciples escaped Volrana's vengeance. 12 initiates have agreed to perform the rite and become disciples. I've given instructions, but I dare not warn them of what the rite entails. I'm unable to watch over them. I am needed through the mirror once more. I hope to eventually return and find them alive and fully starlit. And if necessary, I'll make certain that no one will ever return through the mirror.
I hope to eventually return and see them alive and fully starlit. But, if necessary, I will make certain that no one will ever return through that mirror.
Checkpoint. Presumably, boss fight of some kind. Oh, we're going to summon Pharaoh. What is that?
It's the colour of Verisium.
Verisium. We have a trunk. With some junk in the trunk. Alright, we've opened up our chests. And, ooh. I can't imagine it's better than what we've got, but we will give it a look. No. Also, we don't need that. Pharaoh?
What is this place? Doesn't look as mine, nor damned eternal. And this liquid Verisium, it's ancient.
Nice tuning fork.
I'll be able to get that out of here.
Speak to Pharaoh.
What is this? This tome. Some of it is legible to me. Volume 1. The Runes of Aldur. Within the warm embrace of Aldur's teachings, he, the first Rune Father, carved a future for Midgard to liberate it from the biting frost. Midgard. This is all Kalguran.
This doesn't shatter your entire worldview, does it?
I did suspect there was more to it. That's why I'm here. But yes, maybe runes are not an Ezomite invention. I need to learn more about this Aldur. Best we get a move on soon, eh?
Get a move on soon where? They're big on spikies, aren't they? Well, what good are the spikes down here? Is there more stuff? No, it doesn't look like. The Runeseeker, okay, that's back to Clearfell. So we can go back to Clearfell then. Right? Right. Oh, I did get the freebie. So let me change my portal. Wait, it's not the portal, is it? Is it the portal? I think it's a portal. Let's see. MTX. MTX? Micros. Cosmetics. Rings, amulet. Helmet skin. Character. Extras. Portal. Well, first of all, we did get the new one, I think, but all we really need is the frog. That's all we need, just the frog. Temporal Lord, Druids of the Magi, Divine Shardbound. Yeah, must have gotten a new one. We need to talk to Pharaoh.
Here, take this. You'll need it.
Verisium.
Let's see what I can make with that liquid verisium.
Okay, Pharaoh. Verisium anvil unlocked. Ooh. Okay. Reforges any non-unique armor to grant runic ward. That's the new mechanic. Is that additional? Any non-unique armor. Oh. How about you? It's currently Glyph Shroud. It'll be Glyph Shroud Runeforged Tattered thingy. Looks like the exact same stats. Because it's the exact same stats. So it doesn't show me what I'm going to get. Oh, Runic Ward, 29. My understanding about Runic Ward, having looked it up a little bit. No, it wasn't the free B. It was a free portal MTX, I thought. Thought I claimed it. My understanding is Runic Ward basically is extra hit points that you only get when you're almost dead. And so if I have 5 hit points left and I get hit for 20, 5 would kill me. I have 15 damage over. It would take 15 off my Runic Ward and give me 1 life. So basically, it spreads out, gives you a little wiggle room to not die.
Turned out pretty well. Well, I'm sure we can push all this even further still. See?
No kidding.
I won't let you down.
He has random runes for 20 Verisium. Well, I only have 10 Verisium left, so
Safe.
let me go back over here to the hooded one. Back over to Una to disenchant bow and quarterstaff and bat
Yes.
and then
I
sell
like to
that.
hold on to bits and pieces.
She likes to hold on to bits and pieces. Girl, cray. Alright? Just putting it out there. I need to AFK for just a second to refill my coffee cup. We're back off to Autumn. Alright, we're back to Ogum. And has the map recycled? It has. And this is why their mapping system is such crap in this game. It's just, this is the garbage that I talked about earlier today at length. Why their map system is so goddamn stupid. Because the maps are so big, and if your map refreshes, you're screwed. You have to go through the whole thing again. They are randomly generated, yeah. But the problem is that between, at least for PoE 1, I think it was between 7 and 13 minutes after you leave a map, it will recycle. And basically it'll clear it out and you have to go in again. Now you can do that manually. You can manually reset a map to get a new instance. But you can't set it so that you don't get an instance. So in this case, I had already gone through part way through this map, and I didn't want to lose the instance I already had, but I did. So the maps aren't random, specifically in that there are certain things they will have, for sure. But the distribution of every map is random as to what it will actually have and where it will have it. So certain things, any of the storyline stuff, there's 3 of them in this map. Yay, level! There's 3 bits and pieces, let's see. On this map, there is the Bared Runestones, which is where what I had already discovered when I went into that other instance space. There's Una's hut and the crop circle. So these 3 things are in the map, but their location in the map and the layout of the map, that's random. They do so much so right, but they're just some things that are inexplicable to me. For instance, in general, the 7 to 13 minute respawn time for a map is seldom an issue in PoE 1. It is often an issue in PoE 2, which is why every time you get to a new map doorway, you go through and get the waypoint so that you can go directly there, because in the first map there's a checkpoint, but the checkpoints vanish when the map recycles. You can't teleport to the exit. You can teleport to the next map, but only if you got the waypoint. And so the map flow in the game is cursed, because you basically have to go through every doorway between maps, get the waypoint on the other side, because you might time out the map and have to redo the whole thing again. It's cursed. Somber gloves. Can you really have gloves that are somber? You know, that are very serious and quiet and thoughtful? Like I said, they do amazing work overall, but they're... See, Ogum Village is the next map. I want to go through and make sure I get the waypoint. Because if something else, you know, maybe I get a phone call, anything, I come back, that other map is going to have been completely redrawn. and I have to work my way through to find my path, as it were, to move on to the next map again.
So the hood one was right. They lost their minds.
So the only thing that makes sense is when you get to a new map entry like that, because if this map recycles, this checkpoint is going to be in a different place in the map, and it does not stay. Melancholy Maidens, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but the somber gloves, a little strange. All right, we've still got 2 more things to find. The crop circle, which is going to be in a wheat field like this. He was frozen, he was. He was just waiting there, waiting for me to show up, and he jumped and died. He's just got to be really disappointed with that. He waited for his big moment, and, well, kind of blew it.
This'll stop them.
And this is the kind of stuff I mean about the maps just being so damn big. What is the point? Alright, the checkpoint. With more runes. Okay, that I think means I have ward up. My 29 out of 29 ward. All right, we come back over here. Oh, somber gloves. Another pair of somber gloves. Wow. Gloves around here are awful somber. Oh, I already did this back before the map recycled. That's why I can't click on them. That's what I mean about how dumb the map system is. We ran the full lap. Not even a somber sombrero. Yeah, I mean, damn it, I wish I'd thought of that. That's actually a good one. I begrudgingly acknowledge. All I can say is, I see your comment and I think to myself, aye. All right. Normally we go into a place, we're there for loot. This time we are, in fact, here for a loot. Una's loot.
Una will be happy to see this.
Yeah, Una will be happy to see this. Right, now we still need to find the crop circle. Whoop. Oh, sorry, dude. Didn't mean to leave you there without your friends. My bad. Don't have to tell them to keep back when I'm turning them to bloody gibbets of frozen flesh. Do we have any? We have crop circle sign, ladies and gentlemen.
Day's work.
We'll now make sure that we have in fact completed all of them. We have not turned in her loot, although we have it. And then these next three are in Ogum Village, so we are good to port back to town. There is the best portal in the game. Oh, Froggy, my froggy friend. I got that from a random box.
The village has been destroyed. You must...
Yeah, the village has been destroyed. Identify my stuff.
You found my loot.
I did find your loot.
I'm not one for music. To each their own.
Alright. 10% more damage. Did I not already have it? No, I didn't. Okay. 10%. 20% more damage with two-handed weapons. Next up, reduced attack speed, but increased damage with two-handed weapons. 40%. Chunky. Delicious. We still don't have his instrument, so we cannot yet do any crafting or deconstruction for crafting items, for sockets and stuff. No, it's 2 green streaks instead of a big green dot. I hadn't even noticed. I must pay more attention to things. That's probably not ever going to actually happen. That's not good. Better. No. That is more recovery if used while on low mana, reduced charges used. Well, it's better than what we have, so yes, we would like that. Skills screen. Skills screen? That one? Or, oh, the passive. You're right. You are right. It was a big green blob, and now it's 2 green projectiles. That's the green blob right there. I didn't even notice when the 2 green projectiles had showed up. How you doing, fat body? Welcome back. You are entirely correct, though. I missed that.
It is good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see. She's got it. She's sweet for me. It's understandable. I am dishy. I am a little bit dishy. How about the fragmentation rounds up to level 4? Yeah. All right, next up. All right. Ogum Village and Ogum Village. So we're going to Ogden Village. And then the manor wherein awaits the big bad guy of Act 1. Look, these guys are on fire. I think they probably really enjoy a little bit of, cool on them, on their burning flesh. I'm just saying, if I'm ever on fire, I would like there to be someone around with, let's say, a fire extinguisher. I mean, I've never been on fire, but I guess that would be kind of the way I would feel about it, you know? We are trying to find the smith's tools right now, which is why we're walking around. The other things we need to find is there's a boss in this map we need to fight and defeat, but he's right by the exit to the next map. That was a flaming pig. At least I think it's a pig. Could be an enormous dog, but I think it looks and feels a little bit more piggy. Also, maybe it's just barbecue. Okay, that's a dead end, as we would call it. We'll throw hot nurses on you to put the fire out. That would anyone wanting to throw hot nurses in my general direction doesn't have to be on me, although that's a time saver. Yeah, it looks like flaming pigs. Which, by the way, if you'd like a little piece of what is certainly believed to be historically accurate trivia. In the ancient era, one of the true terrors of the battlefield was the elephant, because it's a freaking elephant. But historically, a tactic they found to counter it was to take a pig, I'm not making this up, and put tar on its back and set it on fire and sort of point it in the direction, the general direction of the elephants. And the appearance of a flaming pig running at the elephant would cause it to panic and perhaps do as much damage to its own side as the other guy's side. From what I have read, that is actually a thing. Now, granted, history, believe it or not, is an always evolving thing, and they may have reassessed the accuracy of that. Flaming pig running at me would be terrifying, so you don't blame them. Yeah. All right, checkpoint theoretically. This is the Courtyard of Death, so we have not yet found the smith's stuff. We'll come back to the Courtyard of Death after we do find it. That pig blew up and damaged me. Normally, I would find a barbecue that delivers itself to be a dream. There we go. 5% reduced attack speed, but increased stun buildup and 40% increased damage. I'm just curious if we probably end up grabbing that one. I'm not sure if we grab both, because this is as far as basically the first bit of the build craft goes. Can we please get the damn smith tools? Thank you. We're back to me complaining about the size of the maps again. This does not serve anyone in the game except the devs giggling quietly to themselves because people get frustrated. But they have spent time and money and all that on making these big, theoretically interesting maps, and by God, they're keeping it. Riveted myths. Well, they sound fascinating. They leave me riveted. Okay, we are still looking for the smith's tools. Running around in a map looking for something isn't fun. Ever. Heard something. They're there. And now, no, we came in here. We have gotten, what would you say, 80% of the map covered to find the things we needed to find? You know, maybe those things are easy to find with a specific approach, but I don't know that approach. Nor do most players of the game know that approach. And whack! Got him. What the hell is throwing crap? Did we get everybody? Not yet. Regal orb. Nice. You'll be able to fit everything even. So, that was your husband there who just got beheaded. Can I buy you some coffee? I know. Come on. Coffee will make you feel better. Maybe a little casual sex. Checkpoint and waypoint.
And here I thought I'd reached the manor already. Bugger.
Bugger. Back to town. Spinning gears go round and round.
For what it's worth, it isn't worth.
Uncut skill champ. Level 5. What are the level 5s? Yeah, I don't know if any of those get used in this build or not. Oh, she's got another quest for me.
There is only one thing to enter.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on not killing him. I've learned that if you identify my stuff, I can sell it for more. Oh, here you go, Renly. Here's your damn tools. Now we can salvage. Isn't that nice? Well, for instance, that will get salvaged. Let's see. We'll come over here to Una. Hi.
It is good to see you.
It's good to be seen. And the items we've been storing up with their sockets and their quality. Allow me to play idiotic games of Tetris. I fucking hate that so much. But somebody at GGG loves the idea of inventory Tetris, so we have to do it. Well, we always had to do it before in ARPGs. Yeah, it's not 1990 anymore, guys. All right, give me a second. I want to check on the build guide. Supporting fire. Yeah, that's higher level. Herald of Ice, Permafrost, Frag. Okay, yeah, none of the other stuff will be upgraded. So we'll go ahead and use that on our primary skill. The Permafrosty Bolts. We'll just take a look. I mean, Renly might have a big improvement of what we've got. It's currently doing 40 on average a shot. That would be about 30. Those are not anywhere near as good, so we are happy with our crossbow. All right, we're off to the manor. It's Froggy. Who's the best Froggy? Froggy's the best Froggy. We found the blacksmith's chest. Oh my god. Was there a chest in there I didn't open? Possibly. Oh, come on, I wasn't away that fucking long. This is why the map system is an incredible piece of shit. Right there. It's recycled the map. and I missed the chest. Do I need it? Don't know. Don't know what's in it because I never remember because they don't fucking show you. It's just so disastrously stupid. It's not a big deal. It's not. But it shouldn't be any deal at all. That's the problem. I'm on fire. Lens is on fire. But I explained why that was so dumb, and now we've seen it twice in the last 20 minutes. It's just idiotic because there's no need for it. It serves no valuable purpose for the game. And it's fundamental. Scroll of Wisdom. More rarity. Why are batches of mobs for that thing opening up like 50 meters away? Just as a thing, I don't think I would ever shoot a courtesan. Like I just had to. I feel they've got a raw deal. And that their job kind of sucks. So damned frustrating. It just blows my mind how nobody told them that their fundamental design for the maps had a couple of flaws that were incredibly self-inflicted wounds for the game. Ooh, that's not good. Something there was quite bad indeed. Probably I was standing in poo and didn't realize. That's pretty common. There are a fair number of mobs around in these areas that when they die they leave a puddle on the ground that goes right through everything and hurts a lot. And on-death effects are a big problem for a lot of the PoE player base. And GGG love them. Alright. Lesser essence of insulation.
This'll stop him.
So that was really clumsy. We had the new mechanic and an essence right on top of each other. Doesn't seem ideal to me. Currently we have 25%, 10% movement, and we have armor. So yeah, that's pretty good. So, Moon Rune. That's a rebirth rune. Oh, we want the Regal Orb. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Ooh. My first item out of one of those, I think. And some Verisium. How very nice. No, that didn't work at all. Is what appears to be a dead end. Those are the pools of direct damage. It skips through your energy shield and will kill you if you're not paying attention. Might even kill you if you are paying attention. Give me a sec. Need to check the build guide again. Could you not do that, please? Thank you. Where were we? There. Ah, I was right. We do grab this one. I had said to myself, I don't know if we grab that one, but that one looks pretty good. And indeed it is. I was right. I'm smirt. For small values of smirt. It did stop. And then they drop the big puddles of ooze. I do like it. Their bodies, and they fall and the bodies slide a little bit because they're all icy and dead. The big pools of unpleasant, corrupted blood, basically, are particularly bad when we get to the mansion. Hey! Because a lot of time, you want to just have to stand there, waiting for it to go away. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you there unattended. My bad? Is the map feeling like it goes on forever to you? It's one of the things PoE 1 does, I think, just a lot better. You get through the maps a lot faster. It feels like you're making progress at a much better clip. This just feels really slow. The whole time. Now, granted, I'm about 4 hours in, and I'm heading towards the first boss, and getting through the first act. I know Zizaran got his time under an hour. From an hour 50 down to about 50 minutes. So I'm only taking about 5 times as long. Let me empty out the inventory, and I think there are... I know there's at least one. I think there's only one thing on this map besides the boss. And that's the big waxy dude.
Quickly.
Why quickly? What's your damn hurry? That's a Robin Hood hat. I could look like Robin Hood. Essences. Are these by default checked? They are. Excellent. So this should then vanish into the essence box. Support. Uncut skill gem. I'll hold on to this one for now. This goes here. And did we set those aside? Did. Possible future builds for that one. I am going to AFK for just a sec. Nature calls. I will answer. Rawhand calls. And I will answer the call of nature. Sorry, Gondor call. I'm back. Men in tights. So the later era of Mel Brooks movies, very hit or miss from a minute-to-minute basis. The highs are incredibly funny, and the lows just boom, which is why, for instance, to my mind, his best movies are Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles, and in each case he had a co-writer that sort of kept him in check. Kept him from going too far to stuff that wasn't funny. I actually have Criterion edition of Young Frankenstein, to my mind probably the best comedy movie ever made, and it includes like 5 or 6 of the very last scenes they cut out, and the movie is better that they cut every single one of them out because they weren't anywhere near as funny or creative as the stuff that made the movie, and so they would have made the movie, I think, worse. So really good editing. Mel Brooks, a comedy genius, but they're not all hits. Not all of his gags are hits. All right, we are back to Ogam Manor. Feel the same with Monty Python. I think the hit rate on Monty Python movies is better, but then I also count Gianor's, who we're here for, and we also need Candlemass. I think the best Python work is Life of Brian. That I think Holy Grail is funnier, but Life of Brian is smarter and a better movie because it's not just little gags and stuff. There's a lot more little gags tossed in Holy Grail, whereas Life of Brian is an actual movie. Including the show stuff. Yeah, but they were fast enough and came fast enough that for the most of the time I didn't have much problem with them. But yeah, especially in the last season, the third season. And my teacher, my high school English teacher, had no idea why we were so uncontrollable on Friday. And the answer was Python was on Thursday. And that is a real thing. We were pretty close to uncontrollable, a batch of us. In junior and senior year, we all had the same English teacher. We were pretty much uncontrollable on Fridays. Perfect example being when we first saw the episode with what's the character's name? Mr. Gumby. When we first saw the episode with Mr. Gumby, 3 of us came in the next day without talking to each other and organizing it with the Mr. Gumby hats on. If you don't know what the Mr. Gumby hat is, Mr. Gumby had a little Hitler mustache, and for a hat, he had a handkerchief that had knots tied in the 4 corners put over his head. And 3 of us were wearing it without having coordinated. Now we wait while this goes away, because the damage it does is a lot. And if something was waiting for us on the other side, we could die for no good reason. Whoop. Okay.
Let's see what's inside.
See, and can't go through. Yeah, we kind of barely nicked the corrupting blood, and it still took a chunk of our health off. All right, we'll check that sturdy crossbow really quickly. No. Yeah, so there were a bunch of us who were huge Monty Python fans. But then she always thought we were working together against her. She gave us a reading list that we could choose what we wanted to read and do, basically what amounted to a book report. Write a paper about. And it was a list of, I don't know, like 20 or 30 books, something like that. And so one of the books that was on the list was Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, right? Unsurprisingly, a bunch of science fiction fans in the class, a bunch of us chose to pick that book and write about it. And I think it was 5 out of the 6 of us used the same title, To Burn or Not to Burn. And she thought we had gotten together and all come up and decided to use the exact same title. And it was, I swear, not the case.
That's him.
All right, there's Gianor.
Very soon. Get out of the way!
Gold. I'm rich. There's the corrupted blood. And it just damages you really fast, so you just don't want to mess with. Blort. I can't remember if Candlemass is on this floor or the next floor. But we want him because he gives a resist. Chapel of the Fallen, here we are. It's the first time I can remember seeing him pop up in the lower left corner. He always pops up in one of the other two corners. At least the way I remember it.
All I did was touch it.
Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hovering above us, in the corners, watching and beating. And sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds. That sits poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Always did say religion is dangerous.
Always did say religion is dangerous. And this gives us, 20 to maximum life. I thought it was fire resist, but no, additional life. Flat life is really good. So we wanted to make sure we got that. Stairs, all right. I think one more floor and then down to the boss. I'm hoping to not die to the boss. One of the things I was concerned about at the launch of PoE 2 was that if you ran into a boss that was too difficult because of their sudden inexplicable enthrallment that so many devs have with, ooh, I want to make my game like a Souls-like. I was afraid I'd run into bosses that I just couldn't kill, and that has happened once or twice. The end boss of Act 2, or Chapter 2 in the game is ridiculously hard, unnecessarily, stupidly difficult. But I was surprised. I got through Act 1 on my first playthrough when they first dropped the game with 4 deaths. 2 deaths on a couple of early bosses where I didn't know the mechanic, and then 2 deaths on the boss, and barely the second. I almost had him dead the second time. So I got through with a grand total of 4 deaths in the first act of the game, which was reassuring because I was really afraid that basically an old crap gamer like me was going to get stuck, not able to complete, storyline stuff. Ooh, Exile, nice. Now, fortunately, that hasn't really been the case. Except in that one case. That one boss is way overtuned. To my mind, anyway. Oh, we got space. But if somebody wants a ARPG that plays like Dark Souls, there's a much better version of that particular game called In No Rest for the Wicked. That's an ARPG that plays like a Souls-like. And it's amazing. It's one of the best looking games I've seen in years. It's incredible looking. But I haven't played it because I know I'm not a good enough gamer. Better players than I have struggled with it. And I'm not that good. All right, Lesser Essence of the Infinite. I don't even know what that does. Die every time you take a step, like in Dark Souls. No, but then in Dark Souls it tends to be you die your first step when you, from what I've seen from players who know what they're doing, is they die the first time they get to something. Then they learn, and then maybe a boss, they may die a dozen times or more, each time getting more and more and more. But that's not really consistent with the way ARPGs play, where it's about blast things, get your loot, move on. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? He ain't freezing very much, is he? God damn it. It's that they're throwing the damn corrupted blood crap at me. Well, if I freeze them and blast them, they don't drop corrupted blood, they just explode. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Souls-likes because they seem to me to fetishize difficulty. Give me a sec here. Not that one, that one. That is indeed everything, so we need to get and look at Act 2, see what this looks like. Okay, we do grab the other end of that. All right, well, we'll grab that then. We'll just grab that then. We do grab this one. Accuracy, yeah, I suppose. And the 10 dex is probably worth it too. I've talked in the past about how FromSoft games fetishize difficulty. That I have asked, you know, as have other gamers, why not make an easier mode? Oh, it betrays our vision. Well, you make a mode plus, you make game plus, right? Yeah. How's that not betraying your vision? You can make game plus, why not make a game minus so that more people can play and enjoy your game, which looks great. Oh, it betrays the vision. What? So that's something I don't buy. Although that is exactly what the fans of FromSoft will keep parroting at you every time you talk about why not make, you know, a version of the game that's more easily played by, you know, someone like me who's an old fart who doesn't have the fast twitch reflexes anymore that he used to have, if he ever actually had them to begin with. Not clear. Alright, what do we have this time? Extra fire damage. Blacksmith whetstones. Blacksmith whetstones, I guess. Ooh, we got some significant chunky bits of lag right there. Sapphire ring is worth a keeper. Yeah, we're getting there again. We don't need white stuff. God, dag nabbit. Splort. Dead end, I assume. Yep. All right. Come on, just get us to Geonor. Oh, sorry. It's possible I was getting a little jumpy. There wasn't actually anything there, but that's fine. Is this his bedroom? Yeah, Geonor's journal. He just leaves money laying around on the floor.
I sense Oriana knows.
Is that how he tips the help?
And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true. That fair-haired villager, an eternal descendant, she knew. At that moment when our eyes locked, we both knew. She clung to her children like I would end them then and there.
Okay, it's off. There's one more level, I guess, to go
How
down.
many others must I fear? Is my blood truly impure? Oriana assures me we can right some of the wrongs of the past. She promises a way forward for us. A way forward for the clans and the clans alike. And a way forward for me. Continue with our task.
Something hit really unwelcomely hard. Interesting. We've got that thing looks like it should wake up and fight. Similar to the way the candle mask did. Wonder if that's something they're maybe saving for release. Wow. Some of these things are hitting really hard now. Because they're popping through. Yeah, I don't have that much energy shield, so I am starting to take chunks of damage out. Only have, what, 29? Oh, no, that's 65. 29 ward. That's not good. All right, there he is. Geonor's down there. The Beast is down there.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, that is nasty. All right, here we go. The end of Act 1, after which I will be calling it an evening. So that would be anywhere from like 3 minutes to 2 hours.
I shot.
This interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promise.
No news this time. I'll remove your head myself.
You can bloody well try.
Oriana, open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I think no. I shall not fall. Since you are too
Desolation. Requiem on high.
I got him without him phasing. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's pretty damn good.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
Thank you very much.
It consumed my being.
A fair amount of practice over the years at ARPGs.
Used it against me. Where has she taken the beast?
In this case, a really good weapon makes all the difference.
From the desert. From Vasti. Yes. Find her. Kill her.
That is very kind of you, though.
First. Please.
Yeah, it's about the weapon.
Stop the
I was working my way slowly through, and I got a really good weapon, and it's so much easier.
We must make haste. Let us
And then I got a slight improvement to the weapon. Not much,
It's a fool.
but it really makes an enormous difference. For some classes, not all classes, but for this one, yeah, you definitely want a good weapon. Anything else we need there? No? Back to Clearfall. Did we get everything else? We did. All right. Act 1 completed. No deaths. Now, that's, I think, the first time I have ever killed Geonor before he phased. And his phase is really cool. He quotes a poem as basically the arena shrinks and mobs get summoned and he comes flying through every time there's a break in his poem. And so you need to get the timing down with his poem to dodge as he comes flying through. It's a really cool fight. That's the first time I've ever done it without him phasing. So yeah. Frost, you know, you hit him with the permafrost bolts until he freezes, swap to the fragmentation round, bazooka him again. It's really, because the amount of time mobs are frozen, it's a really safe build.
You've done well, but Dark, good luck. Be
Count Geonor is weak and fun.
Yep, I killed him, you're right. Yeah, I did that. I'm good at killing things, evidently.
We must
Identify my items, please.
hello.
Disenchant. That one goes to the smithy thing. Put everything away, everything in its place, and a place for everything. Smile. Verisium. Considering playing Path of Exile, the extent of your RPG games are Diablo 1 and Torchlight. Excellent choices. Did download this one too. Yeah, I think it's a free weekend, so for anyone who's watching who hasn't played, I believe this is a free weekend. So you can try it for yourself. This is the 0.5 patch. I think it's the last patch they'll have until it goes full release at the end of the year sometime. And that will be free to play. They make their money in general. In this case, there was an early access period, but in general, they make their money through the cosmetics. So if it's something you're interested in, do give it a try. I will also say for those of you who've played PoE 1, PoE 2 is easier to understand, but harder to play. PoE 1 can be an absolute nightmare learning curve. This one, the learning curve is much easier, but the play is actually quite challenging. We want to hold on to that. Oh, more cogs. Good, good, good. Put this here. Which one do we have now? Fire, cold. I mean, we could add 2 fire sockets, or 2 cold sockets for extra cold damage. But I don't want to burn through my runes too early, as it's easy to do, because later on you may need them and have stopped getting them. It seemed like that was a thing that was happening in the past. That's probably ideal, is be lesser irons if I had 2 of those. All right, we want to hold on to this. We want to check with Renly and see if he happens to have an even better crossbow. Nope. And nope. Those are both pretty crap. Don't suppose you got another one there? No. Okay, I'm going to call it here for the evening. That's going to be almost 5 hours. First one was 2.5, 3.5, 2.5. 2.5, so almost 4 hours. No, almost 5 hours. There we go. Almost 5 hours today. I will be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with more PoE 2. I might also, it's not unlikely that I will do an earlier shift, and that will start anywhere in Pacific time, anywhere from 11 to 1 p.m. So probably early stream, and then definitely the usual time stream for Saturday. That's probably true for Sunday as well. Monday is the 7-year streamiversary. I'll be playing Marvel Heroes and enjoying adult leisure beverages to excess, as is tradition. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It is definitely appreciated, and hopefully you'll see me again soon. I hope the rest of your Friday night goes great. I hope your weekend kicks ass. I told you earlier, your weekend should kick ass. And in fact, I must insist on a complete description of the ass kickery involved in your weekend on my desk first thing Monday morning. That's not going to happen. Again, thanks guys for hanging. Back tomorrow. Take care. Have a blast of a weekend. I'll catch you next time, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.